twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Are we early? Are you trying to just get me out of sync? My timing? It's 7:57. I know what happened.
It's been a crazy morning for me. You've overloaded my workload.
You know what? You know exactly what happened.
My alarm went off, and I'm lost.
When your alarm went off to remind me of the camera. That's what happened. Diane has an alarm.
I'm still
Go
trying
ahead.
to set up the show so we can go back to commercial.
I'll just chatter for 2 minutes. I can do it. Diane sets an alarm every morning. Diane sets an alarm. Hey, Diane, don't blame me that that everybody's bobbing and weaving, and I've got to try to adjust. Diane sets an alarm every morning to let me know to turn my camera on. Sometimes I get busy. I have guests. Well, I have people that will call me right up to 8 a.m. trying to give me new information. I appreciate that. And sometimes I forget to turn this camera on. And she has an alarm set for 7:55 that says camera. It'll go off, says camera. So I'm thinking maybe at 7:55, because I'm looking, and I was on the phone with a viewer that was giving me some updated information on something that they had heard. And I heard the national anthem go off, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think so. So anyhow, I'm just going to sit here and have a extra. It's not 8 a.m. yet, so it might be in your world. It's 7:59 in mine. Well, so we can't talk Georgia. That was a boring game. But one thing we do know, Georgia will go into postseason play very healthy. Very healthy. Yes, they will go into postseason play very healthy. Okay, so now here we go. I am your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Voiceofruralamerica.com. So this is Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? That they reopened the government and now everybody can get through airport security and get on a plane and fly over the river and through the woods to grandma's house to have turkey? Is that what you're thankful for? So let me ask you a question. Why is Jared Kushner over there? I mean, why is Jared Kushner with Steve Witkoff? Why is there a son-in-law / Jewish interest in these peace negotiations around the world? Just saying. Just saying. I mean, we have, wait a minute. Did I forget to say that Marjorie Taylor Greene just said, I'm out of here? Bam, I'm gone. Right? Yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I want 89 and then 92. And I know you're working on things, and I appreciate you very much. I'm very thankful for Diane. Very thankful for all my friends. I have a lot of friends. I know you don't believe that. I know that. But I do. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, why would a Democrat candidate, be interested that Marjorie Taylor Greene? So that's Jason Estevez. If you're out there from sea to shining sea, right, in the lower 48 or around the world, this guy, Jason Estevez, is running for governor of Georgia. He's a Democrat. My message to Georgia's 14th district and America. Thank you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. We will play a couple clips of that later on. So give me 92. Let's go over here first, right? So I get a message. Of Friday afternoon. Are you watching this? And, I get busy. I mean, not that busy, but I get busy. I get things going on. And are you watching this? Watching what? I knew Mondani and Trump were meeting. I knew that was going on. But are you watching this? Freaky Friday. It turned into a love fest. Did you watch that? The next mayor of New York and Donald Trump? Highly concerning. Now, the pundits, they will all come out and say, well, it was a win for Trump and it's in his best interest. And he doesn't want to look like the guy that, helped attack New York. Mondani realized, the pundits out there, that he can't do what he wants to do without the governor of New York and especially federal funding and help from the president. I want to tell you something. This guy could be, in America, the scariest person since Barack Hussein Obama gave the keynote speech at the Democrat presidential convention. Do you remember that keynote speech? Right? Do you remember that? Look it up. We'll talk about it later. Barack Obama came onto the scene. I think at this time he's still a state senator. Maybe. I don't think he's a U.S. senator yet. Check it out. Let me know. And he gave the keynote speech at the Democrat National Convention, if my memory served me right. I mean, my memories. Let me know. Look it up for me. Help a brother out. And that night, this guy, man, is he smooth. This guy's scary. All right, so anyhow, we're going to talk about at 10 o'clock, the Georgia Hour. We will go into You know, I enjoy all of the. Let's go with 127. I enjoy all the discussion around MTG. What will she do next? Will she run for president? What's next for Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene? Now, I'm going to tell you this. At 10 o'clock on the Georgia Hour, we'll do a deep dive into her district, what's going on, where we think she may go next, some of the tea leaves out there, and who's trying to take her out and why. Do you think Laura Loomer, President Trump, John Fredericks, others attacked her just to get her not to run for the 14th district or run again for re-election? So resigning, a bold move, but I have said, and we have the tape, Diane knows we have the tape somewhere. We have multiple tape of this. I said it with Todd Wood just the other day on CDM Media. I have a lot of tape on this. I told you she was not going to run again for Congress. Now, resign, interesting move. But if, and her prediction, MTG is, we will lose the midterm. Republicans, that is, will lose the midterm. And I told you, if Republicans win majority in the House, Mike Johnson would definitely put her in a broom closet for an office. Yes, she would be the lowest of the low on the Republican side. But if Hakeem Jeffries wins, or the Democrats win majority and Hakeem Jeffries becomes Speaker of the House, she would again have a broom closet for an office. I've said that over and over. Now, I've told people on the phone that I've talked to, I've said it on this show, it's different if you're a U.S. Senator. I mean, that's just a different club. There's 100. Even if you're in the minority side of the U.S. Senate, you're doing pretty well. But in the House of Representatives, it's not the same. There's 435 members. They only care that 5 or 6 top Democrats are even there in the minority. In the majority, they only care about 7 or 8 Republicans. Very little. Once you get down past the 25 mark, the top 25 split in half, both sides, Dems and Republicans, no one cares you're there. Yes, there's Republicans from California. There's Democrats from California all over the United States. No one cares. All right. And it is not a glamorous position to be in to serve in the House of Representatives in the minority, especially being in a broom closet, much like she would be. So no one here is shocked. Now, the resignation is interesting. Just before we get to the Georgia Hour, the whole, the whole pension, she's retiring 2 days after she's vested and she gets a pension. Well, she insider trading, she was worth this, and now she's worth this. Folks, by no means, MTG and BKP, by no means are we friends. But fact trumps everything else. And that means the U.S. senators that went to the Senate worth a couple bucks, millions of dollars. House members worth millions of dollars. So she may have enriched herself in Congress. Wow. That's never happened before. Yes. Do you know how many members of Congress, go look it up, that won in 2020? That's when she won her election, that have 5 years that are vested and will receive their pension that's not going to run again. So at 10 o'clock, I'm going to do a pretty deep dive into MTG, what's going on, what's next, what's happening. Because if you're out there, you want to stay, because the national news, she wants to run for president. She may run for this. I'll tell you what, if MTG does nothing else, she's probably okay. All right. Just saying. Now, that being said, remember when, because we have a lot going on, all right? We have a lot going on in Georgia. We have a move to get Derek Dooley, guy that couldn't find a way to vote for how many years, Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia's candidate. There's a major move underway to get him the endorsement from Donald J. Trump. I told you that here. Watch what happens. Wow. The Georgia Hour, are we going to be able to, are we going to be able to get through that? Now, let's see what else we have here. Give me number 53. I like the cover. I like that cover in the New York Post. What else do I have here? So the Russian-Ukraine possible peace agreement. No, don't start Marco Rubio. Our own people in the United States and Europe are doing everything they can to stop. They do not want peace. 72. Disaster peace. U.S. scrambles to save plan that gives Russia all it wants in Ukraine. Folks, when Donald Trump met Vladimir Putin in Alaska, when Donald Trump took office, Russia has never altered. They won the war. They won. Russia won. Ukraine's coming off an enormous scandal that's been exposed. That didn't just happen. They've been stealing the money for God knows how long, Zelensky. Trump told Zelensky months ago, you don't have the cards. You don't have them. So no matter what you hear today, Russia won. Period. That's it. They can continue if they want and take all of Ukraine. The only option Europe has is for NATO, the Americans, you and I, to just go to all-out war with Russia is what they want. So they're claiming that Russia wrote the peace plan. No, Russia sent them the deal that they'll accept. Oh, we'll show you. Don't believe these people. Let's just put it like that. Russia won. and Europe. And you want to talk about traitor, calling Marjorie Trader Grain. Wow. It's interesting, sedition, the 6 Democrats that said, hey, don't listen to Trump. You can push back. So now that's sedition, and that's happening. And the traitor is Marjorie Taylor Greene, not Lindsey Graham. Interesting. So we're going to, let's see what else I want to come up today and talk about. Talk about that. Yeah, give me number 131. So I started looking around. I'm like, wait a minute. And I had to do some research. See the far end by the American flag? It's Jared Kushner. Wait a minute. And then I thought to myself, 122. Let me take another look. Here he is, same picture. Jared Kushner. Why is Jared Kushner there? Does Donald Trump have, the president of the United States, have some kind of family interest there? He's just loves America? Why's Jared Kushner there? I tell you what, you just can't make this stuff up. Now, so remember this here in the Georgia Hour 157. Don't forget this right here. Don't forget this. I have told you this over and over. I told you this last year before the election. When the election happened, I said there was a deal. We will see what the deal was all about. I got to make sure I sent that. I know I sent a lot of stuff this morning. Did I send 157 and 158? I didn't mean to jump in there.
I've got 158. I don't have 157.
I thought that happened. I thought that happened. Okay. Coming right now. So, let me see what else I have here. So it's Thanksgiving week. We're going to get a plan. President Trump's going to put out a plan, right, this morning concerning health care. And I'm going to ask a loaded question this morning. Let me make sure. Remember this October 15th, 2024? You remember that handshake with Donald Trump and Brian Kemp? You will when it's all over, because I told you that's the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp and Donald Trump shaking hands. Weeks after he reconciled with Donald Trump, Governor Brian Kemp is ramping up his political network to turn out the vote for former president and down-ticket Republicans. Kemp is ramping up his political network to turn out the vote. I bet that's part of the deal on Senate. Yes. I told you weeks ago, right here, don't get caught off guard if you wake up one day and President Donald Trump has decided to endorse Derek Dooley because, you see, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Mike Collins, Congressman Mike Collins, and his chief of staff, Brandon Phillips, are under an investigation. Just like that happened. Yes, a federal ethics investigation. Just like that. So, Thanksgiving, let me ask you two questions. And I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back because I want to be ready. We're going to have a good show. Thanksgiving. What do you guys do? What do you do? You do the smoked turkey, the turkey in the oven, the stuffing stuffed in the bird. What do you do? What do you do? What are some of the worst Thanksgiving mistakes you've made? When I say, do you talk to politics? Do you have the family that fights over Thanksgiving? Do you? I mean, does the one uncle, that's me, no, or does the one uncle or aunt, and when if so-and-so is going to be sober enough this year to make it? Just saying. I'm just saying. What is happening around your house? Now, I will tell you this, a little turkey tip. It's time to thaw the bird out now. Now. Don't wait. Like Wednesday. Now. Thaw that bird out. Do you like the fried turkey? What's your favorite part? So, how many of you are you on the edge? Are you on the edge of not supporting Donald Trump? Are you on the edge? I want to hear from you. Are you on the edge of not supporting Donald Trump? And all this investment into our country, that's investing trillions. I have to say it's the final, going out of business sale for this country, selling out to the whole world. Oh, selling out. Yes. It's called a President's Day sale. They call it investment. Will 2026 be the year? Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Dave's Chevrolet. Dave's gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Okay, so I asked a question. I happen to be your host. I'm the hostess with the mostest. Okay. Now, get the turkey out. I happen to ask the question. Now, wait a minute. Everybody relax. It's Thanksgiving week. I mean, there you go. Just relax. Take a deep breath. So, anyhow, I asked, does Donald Trump still have your full support? Or are you on the edge of not supporting him? And I'm getting the 100% support. So let me say this. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Let me just say this. That's what we do here. This sure as hell is no Democrat show. And this is not a Republican show. I am a Republican. I'm a lifelong Republican. Ronald Reagan is right here. Okay. Ronald Reagan is right here. Donald Trump is right there. Period. Okay. Now, that being said, I have always come on the program. I will today. Since I asked the question, I got to be clear. I know the 2020 election was stolen from the American people. I know that. All right. People have run away from that. There's people like John Fredericks, the Godzilla of bullshit, that people will still listen to. A lot of people, they shift. No shift here. Boom. No shift. No. Boom, boom. No, not at all. So I'm going to show you some of that today. But I'm very clear. I understand the deep state inserted who we think is Joe Biden. I get that. And I get when Donald Trump walked into the White House, it took shovels just to get the crap out of the Oval Office for him to just start to work. So I get that. Now, and I get some things are the perception. There's some things that President Trump is doing that I have concerns. I really do. And if you don't, that's okay. We don't yell at each other here. I got a text. I was reading this article earlier. I was reading this earlier, and then it came through, and I was like, wow, you guys are great. I asked you this. I'm asking you this right here. Because if you're all in 100%, then you are the ones. You have to tell me. You tell me. Because you said, I'm all in. I'm all in. As Marjorie Taylor Greene reached the level to be called a traitor of this country. That's number one. You said you're all in. You said it. Now, number two. Easy. Those that are all in, just asking nicely, I'm asking for a friend. Give me number 131. And then go to 122. Why? I asked you this earlier. Why? See, 132 or 122. There it is. Why is Jared Kushner there? Why? Why was Jared Kushner so involved in Israel, Hamas, what they tell you is a peace agreement? Why? You're the ones 100% in. Now, wait a minute. I didn't say. I still got my pin. I've told you. I still support the president. Why is Jared Kushner? And then, family affair. Commerce Secretary's son cash in on AI. Howard Lutnick, this is the New York Times. Howard Lutnick is helping push data center projects. His family companies are profiting from them. Yeah, Kyle Lutnick, the 29-year-old scion of his family real estate business, traveled in July to Amarillo, Texas, to walk a dusty tract of land with the head of an artificial intelligence startup called, is that Fermi America? I mean, I'm just asking, folks, is 2026 the year? Is that the year? Scott Bessent's on there saying and explaining that 2026 is when all the tariffs and everything kicks in. Just asking, right? Is selling out America. Selling out America. You have all of these, they're on there talking about in 2026, the groundbreaking ceremonies around this country with factories. Those are not American factories, folks. I mean, all around the world, India, Korea, China, right? Remember, it seemed like just yesterday, a balloon was flying across. Chinese spy balloon. They don't have to fly a balloon. Trump's putting 600K of the Chinese students in our universities. I'm just asking you why. Tell me. Write it all out for me. Double space. I need double space. Seriously, I'm not joking. Why? Are you 100% on board with giving Africa to China, the Belt and Road? Basically saying, China, we'll get out of your way in Africa. What about the Middle East? Saudi Arabia, selling out to Saudi Arabia. Interesting, right? Remember that? And what is the reshuffling in the Asian Pacific? Just saying. I mean, you guys got to come up. Now, it seems like just yesterday, I read an article and I said, is this true? Seems like just yesterday. I still have friends. Well, I still consider you friends. No matter what happens, I consider you friends. I still have friends that believe Steve Bannon went to jail. I have friends that, you remember this right here, 143. This is the $1 trillion man. They are breaking ground on factories in this country. And Scott Bessent is out there, the Treasury Secretary, bragging that construction of these factories next year in 2026, but these factories are robotic. That's why you got all these data centers all across. These are robotic factories. They're not for the people. Doge doesn't exist with 8 months left on its charter. Doge is finished. I said this 3 weeks ago. I said, hey, when's the last time we went to one of those, cabinet meetings and the cabinet secretaries were finding $1 billion of this waste and millions, $100 million of this fraud and cutting this. When? Doge is gone. And then I still have people out there that believe that Donald Trump and Elon Musk really got into a fight. Right? And Steve Bannon ruined him, right? Finished him off. I'm just asking. Why the hell am I the bad guy? I'm just asking. And then this comes out, 144. And I mean, I know this. I know this, and I see people retweet this stuff all the time. Now, this MAGA Nation, for a short period of time, X opened up where you could see the origin of the account. MAGA Nation, standing strong with President Trump, 392,000 followers. If you are running an account on the up and up, it's not easy to get thousands of new followers just like that. I mean, you get up 20,000, 30. Some people, I mean, Laura Loomer, some, they do have an enormous amount. But in general, May 2024, already up to 392,000 followers. The origin of this account is Eastern Europe. And we find that out. I ask people all the time, this is going to get me in a lot of trouble. This is probably, people will probably shut the friggin' TV off right now. Don't fall for this shit. I ask it all the time. Everything is set up to give you a narrative, to lay something out for you. It just is. It's a setup. So, just like that today, 96. Diane, I want to go to 96. And then let me see what I have here. Trump expected to unveil new health care cost proposal. Apparently what they're going to do, right? Apparently what they're going to do is they're going to set up and continue the subsidies. Yes, they're going to continue the subsidies, but they're going to reel in maybe some of the your, what will you call it, the income limits, so everybody can't get the subsidies. Now, give me number 119. We're in very dangerous territory when you have members of Congress telling the military you don't have to listen to the commander in chief. That's dangerous territory. It really is. I support President Trump on the fact that I don't know that he has given an illegal order. Key regions in Ukraine front line. Everybody yesterday faced the nation, ABC. Now, McCall, these are absolute traitors. Video 3.
We last spoke after the Alaska summit. What has really changed here? And you told me then that you believed Putin was manipulating Trump, but you thought Trump was, quote, waking up to the fact that Putin is not negotiating in good faith, not making concessions, and has to be dealt with. Do you still believe that is true?
Well, the president does say things like Ukraine should get all of its territory back. Well, that's not in this 28-point plan. It seems to me, Martha, that Zelensky's always willing to make concessions, to get to an agreement, to get to yes, while Putin is the one that's never willing to make concessions, even to this day. And so we'll see where he comes in. I don't know if he will accept this plan, but the two...
The reason Ukraine is always making the concession is they lost the war that Joe Biden started. Yes, this war would have never started with Donald J. Trump. Would have never. You steal an election, this would happen. Would have never. They keep saying Putin won't make now 44. You got to go around the world. EU defies Trump's Ukraine peace deal. Brussels has put forward its own conditions at the end of the hostilities. You see, here's the thing. The EU, Brussels, don't forget, King Charles invited Donald Trump over there, begging him not to turn on the monarchy. Macron is out every day begging Trump, don't turn on the EU. Brussels, do not realign the world. Do not realign over with the Saudis. The Pacific Rim with Taiwan and Korea and Japan do not realign the world. And Brussels has put forward its own conditions of the end of hostilities. The EU has reportedly rejected the Ukraine peace deal drafted by the White House, putting forward its own set of conditions. They want an Article 5. They want an Article 5 deal, all right? And they want to go to war, and they want an Article 5 deal. They're not going to bring Ukraine into NATO, but every time you hear security agreements, Zelensky wants in his security agreements that he doesn't accidentally fall out a window somewhere or trip and fall or fall out of a plane or a plane fall out of the sky that he happens to be riding in. Just saying. He doesn't want that to happen. That's one security guarantee Zelensky wants. Number 2, he wants Article 5 protection, meaning an attack on one is an attack on all. That if Vladimir Putin moves into Ukraine once again in any way whatsoever, the United States will be dedicated to war with Russia, no matter what they say. Now, give me video 9.
Proposal.
Okay.
Are we going to tape?
Had some audio.
Well, TJ, when he says that and he looks to camera and he pauses,
bilateral meetings with a European delegation that I suspect speaks better Russian than either Senator Rounds or me, that the language of the proposal seemed to have been translated from Russian to English. There were a number of awkward phrases or unexpected uses of terminology. That's where I first heard that concept. No, this is a process that can only be described as haphazard, sloppy, even reckless. And so this proposal, which is tantamount to capitulation, and the reported threats against Ukraine to try and coerce them into accepting this terrible deal, if true, would be the sign of some very bad negotiating. I think it's time for Republicans to speak out publicly and to not just privately express their concern and their support for Ukraine.
And what we heard.
This is the senators that have met with Zelensky. They're doing everything they can. Russia did send their side of the proposal, what they will accept. They're trying to blow it up like Russia wrote the whole deal. It's just not true. Now, don't forget who's over there. Number 11. Don't forget. I mean, I don't know how Mike Pompeo joins advisory board of scrutinized Ukrainian defense firm Firepoint. Look up Firepoint. Look at the corruption there. Mike Pompeo joined the board over there, right? Yes, you can't make this up. Who is going against Donald J. Trump, wants to stop the war, right? Give me number 82. I mean, wants to continue the war, number 82, right? Folks, Mike Pompeo, Putin cannot be rewarded for slaughtering thousands of people and kidnapping 20,000 Ukrainian children. Now is the time to increase pressure, not take our foot off the gas. That's November 21st. That's just a couple days ago. Number 83. Is it Vicker or Wicker from Mississippi? Yeah. I mean, Russia won. They know that. Republican Senator Roger Wicker slammed the Trump administration peace plan to end the Ukraine war. Ukraine should not be forced to give up its lands to one of the world's most flagrant war criminals in Vladimir Putin. The size and the disposition of Ukraine's armed forces is a sovereign choice for its government and people. No, it's not. They don't have the money. They can't keep fighting. This is a Republican out of Mississippi. This is Coons. This is Mike Pompeo. They're doing everything they can to float out to kill this peace agreement. They don't want it. Right? And we showed you last week where the German chancellor said to Zelensky, you got 100,000 military fighting age men, young men, need to go back to their country. 100,000 Ukrainian men, the age of a soldier, has fled Ukraine. They lost. Number 76, the warmonger. U.S. senators favor pressure on Russia amid Ukraine peace talks as Trump pressures Kiev on controversial peace proposal. U.S. lawmakers would prefer to turn the screws on Putin. Russia won the war. It's over. I understand in America, our senators and our members of the House of Representatives and a lot of people in this country, sorry to say, don't remember the last time someone won a war and how it works. What Vladimir Putin has always been clear on is he wants an unconditional surrender. So let me roll through some of the graphics we have here. 147, right? 147, Morning Joe. GOP divided as Ukraine peace plan slammed as Russia wish list. It's not a Russian wish list. 146, Zelensky may never have faced a more agonizing choice. There's not an agonizing choice. You lost the damn war. I'm going to go through some of these graphics here. I want to show you. 132, CNN. Substantial progress in Ukraine peace plan talks. The deep state wants to end MAGA, completely end MAGA. They want to completely shut everything down. They want to go back to the Mitt Romney's, John McCain days. Tweak it just a little. When you do that, it looks a little bit like Marco Rubio. I've asked this question, 131. Why is he there? Zelensky says, number 130, Putin wants legal recognition for what he has stolen. As you well know, we don't have time to go into it, but as you well know, Ukraine is a corrupt country. Absolutely corrupt. Biolabs there. This is a very, very corrupt country. Much before Putin ever put a tank across the border that Joe Biden allowed. 129, President Trump. The war between Russia and Ukraine is a violent and terrible one that was strong and proper U.S. and Ukrainian leadership would have never happened. if the correct Ukrainian leadership, not Zelensky, and U.S., not Joe Biden, it began long before I took office in the second term. Sleepy Joe, 2020 election was rigged and stolen. You know, the only thing the radical left Democrats are good at doing, no Ukraine-Russia war, as there wasn't not even a mention during the first term in office. Ukraine leadership has expressed zero gratitude for our efforts. He has told Zelensky in the Oval Office, they've told him over and over, you don't have the cards, you are done. 128, Rubio hails progress following talks in Ukraine. 122, once again, why is Jared Kushner there? 120, peace plan for Ukraine, tremendous progress. Vladimir Putin. It's an unconditional surrender. And the security agreements. 119, face the nation. You see the yellow area with Crimea, Russia forces in Ukraine territory. 114, ABC, yesterday morning. The pressure on Ukraine is one of the heaviest ever. Now Ukraine may face a very difficult choice, either the loss of dignity or the risk of losing a key partner. No, you lost the damn war. It's over. Your people are freezing. They're cold. You understand? We don't plan to pay your pension. You know, as much this weekend, I wish I would see as many people tweet out on X how we're paying all their salaries, their pension, their benefits. But Lord, let Marjorie Taylor Greene say, I'm out of here. And just like that, all of a sudden, why, it's because she got a pension. Like, what the hell? Let me get to just a couple more I want to run by you. Give me MTG's letter. I showed you that one. I showed you Mike Pompeo. Number 78. U.S. Ukrainian officials discuss potential Zelensky visit to Washington amid peace talks. We do not want to see, number 78, we do not want to see his little ass in the White House no more. No more. No more. No, you have overextended your stay, okay? It's checkout time for you, all right? You have worn out your welcome in the White House. Number 77, Zelensky says giving territory to Russia is main problem after talks on U.S.-backed peace plan. Hey, by the way, Zelensky, that's what happens when you lose a war. Zelensky, that's what happens when you get in bed, no pun intended, with Joe Biden. That's what happens when you get in bed with Macron, Europe, Brussels. That's what happens. All right. 75, U.S. Ukraine agreed to change the draft of peace plan that appeases Russia. They're making all kinds of changes to it. We're like, all right, you'll see what happens. Because Trump says, you keep screwing around. Let me get to the ungrateful. Number 73, Ukraine and U.S. cite progress in talks on ending the war with Russia. In his tightest corner yet. 77, the New York Post disaster peace plan. 71, Russia back to work, Rubio. Witkoff scrambled to get Ukraine peace plan back on track after blowback and claims it came from Russia. Russia sent an unconditional surrender that you can sign or, to hell with you. I'm just telling you. Let me get a couple more here. '56 New York Times. President Trump calls Ukraine ungrateful as U.S. officials push for peace deal. 55 Trump calls Ukraine ungrateful. Rubio insists U.S. authored the Ukrainian peace plan. Hey, you guys send what you want. You send what you want. This is a Democrat-Republican Senate, Brussels, deep state blow up. They did it on purpose. They said on purpose they put it out there that Russia wrote a part of this. 49, The Telegraph, Trump, Ukraine has zero gratitude. 45, Trump accuses Ukraine of showing zero gratitude for U.S. efforts to end the war. I showed you BBC number 43. Now, give me Face the Nation video 4.
Does the proposal favor Russia over Ukraine? And if President Zelensky doesn't accept it,
then he can continue to fight his little heart out.
If he doesn't take it, he can just fight his little heart out. He can just fight. President Trump has really done. I do want to know why Jared Kushner is there. I do not have the trust level maybe many of you do. I know President Trump, he is not bowing down to Vladimir Putin. Putin has always been clear. President Trump is letting you know, if you wouldn't have stolen an election and put Joe Biden in there, you wouldn't have this problem you have today of trying to deal with the mess you made. And every time Trump and the team try to get this worked out, they get stabbed in the back by none other than our Senate Republicans and Democrats together. Don't forget Mike Pompeo's over there. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
I'm just looking around a minute here. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of RuralAmerica.com, number 15. Hi, Diane. A little colder, a little frost on the pumpkin today. I want to go, what's your favorites over at the, what's your favorites Thanksgiving? What do you like? What's your favorite dessert? Ooh, Make America Great Again. What do you think the conversation will be Thanksgiving? Do you have liberal friends? Do you have liberal family members? Do you have liberal family members? What will the conversation be like on Thursday? So take that down. Now I am 100%. Now a lot of people sometimes. I'm not confusing. I'm not. I'm 100% Make America Great Again. I am 100% Make America Great Again. I read, I study, I watch the narrative, I watch people carry water. There's days I come on this program knowing that when I say something, it's going to make someone angry. But the reason I have not been able to elevate the value of my, don't try this at home, kids, my cheap cigars, is because I won't carry a water bucket. I won't do it. And if I see something, I am totally against selling out America. Totally. I still support my president of the United States. I mean, I grew up supporting my president of the United States. And I support Donald Trump. I do not support selling out America. I do not, every time it comes on and it says, well, we brought in 21 trillion, 22 trillion. If you're all in, okay, I'm not mad. I don't get mad at people. If I see you out there, I go to an event, I shake your hand, say hello, we'll have a meal. There's no need to be angry. But I just come from a time where I watched NAFTA suck all the jobs out of the country. I mean, seriously. And I know that wasn't Donald J. Trump. You can yell, well, that wasn't Donald Trump. I get that. I'm with you. And I do not like whatsoever when I hear someone say they're going to come here and teach us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And you're not going to get me to buy into that. All this trillions and trillions of dollars that of investment that's coming into this country. Investment's the key word for we sold the country out. I mean, it's like a boomerang. We threw the American corporations were purchased like, is it General Electric that China now owns General Electric? Is that, if you look it up, and then there was an article last week that General Electric is going to start making certain parts in America again. Like, wow, that's great. Oh, by the way, we don't own it any longer. Is it General Electric? Is it GE? I'm not for sure, right? So the boomerang are companies went overseas, they're returning. I mean, every time I hear auto manufacturers, I mean, hey, you can yell at me, just yell at me, but I want to run down the damn road and see a Chevy pickup truck, a Ford F-150. I want to see a damn Chrysler. I want to see a Chrysler. I don't want to see a bicycle coming. I want to see a damn New Yorker so big there's not enough room in one lane for a Chrysler New Yorker. That's what I want to see, right? I mean, that's what I want to see. Make me the bad guy. But no, all of our corporations are now in foreign countries And I'm supposed to sit here and say, oh, we went over there and made a deal and they're going to invest in our country. You know, what about 4 guys or 2 guys and 2 ladies or whatever getting out of college somewhere and saying, hey, we're going to take and build this factory because we got this technology and we're going to start building cars. They're American made. We own the company. Right? I don't know. I mean, that's what I want. Maybe it's so far gone, it'll never happen again. And then I'm told that the tariffs. Now, the media, the deep state, corporate, corrupt media, the Mockingbird media, told me that I'm paying for the tariffs. Now, that's what they told me. All right? Just going on what they told me. That tariffs is a tax. That's what they said, right? And they said the American people are going to pay it. That's what they told me. And then President Trump is telling me that trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, it can't even be counted. It's going to start coming in and cutting the debt. So if there's anything true, what you're saying is that the tariffs I may be paying, and they're going to circle around and fall in your damn treasury, and then you're going to tell me they're paying the debt? How does that work? I'm just saying. I mean, damn. I mean, I get tired of this shit, you know. And then I'm supposed to cheer. I don't know. I'm supposed to cheer. Oh, wow. Let me cheer, right? Give me number 16. Now, just tell me. Just tell me, were those Saudis in those planes that hit those towers? I don't know. Tell me. The whole damn world's confused. But we made a NATO-type deal over in the Middle East. These are not Christian nations. No. These are not Christian nations in the Middle East. We educated Dubai, the UAE, Qatar, right? The Kuwaitis, the Saudis. We educated those people. We come over here, educated all of them. Now we're out begging them to buy our country. Hey, I tell you what, you bring $1 trillion, no taxes. Don't worry about it. And how many visas you need? 6,000? You got it. 6,000. What else do you need? And then you come out and say, hey, I got $1 trillion investment. Yeah, boom. You need how many more students in our universities? I get tired. I'm just not falling for anyone's shit. I'm not doing it, okay? And I'm not saying that Donald Trump's the worst guy in the world. I didn't say that. You're not hearing me say that. But I watched all this go over here and blow everything up. Right? They're not talking about data centers. Steve Bannon, Tucker, now Megyn Kelly. They're all over there blowing everything up, left and right, left and right, left and right. Jack Posobiec, all of them. That wasn't my intention. I never intended to come in and say that. So let's go through a couple things. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I mean, I see stuff like this, number 23, and I know what's about to happen, and I know it's going to happen. And I see this guy here standing over there, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. This is my heart pounding. Standing over there in front of Hyundai with Marty Kemp. Everybody knows the 2020 election was stolen. He tweets out it was stolen. And I really think they're making a deal right now that Trump's going to come out and endorse his candidate for Senate. Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving. I like pumpkin roll. You like pumpkin roll? I like a good pumpkin roll. I got to go to the store today. They'll be gone by Wednesday. I like a good. What do you like? Do you like sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? What do you like? You like pumpkin roll? What do you like? Yes, I'm just saying. Do you like? Let me see. I've got one here. Right. Number 69. I have to tell you. Now, I don't think Trump, and I agree, because I read everything from the viewers. I don't think Trump called Marjorie Taylor Greene a traitor to the country. I don't think so. I think he called her Marjorie Traitor Greene to himself. Right? Doge quietly shuts down way ahead of schedule just days after Elon Musk reunited with Trump at the White House. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, what did we get? Please start texting me. Give me the whole list of what we got. I'll take it. Give me a whole list of what we got. Right? We got ICE deporting 80 here, 100 here. You got 30 million damn people you got to get out of this country or this redistricting. All you hear is this redistricting BS, right? Folks, do you realize how many districts will be altered in 2030? 2030, how many districts will be altered because the census, according to the Constitution, says what? We have to count everyone. Hold on. I got one or two more here I want to show you. Yes, 108. I do believe this is against the law. I do believe this is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Number 108 and 109. I do think this was wrong to go against Trump and put this out. I do think that they should go to jail. Little doesn't look good that we're give me 100. Here's all 6 of them. I do believe this is totally wrong. They should not have done this, right? I've got to get into. Oh, I don't want you to forget. This is an interesting one. Number 138. Pay attention to 138 and 139. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. I got a couple final things before the Georgia Hour. China deepens rift with Japan by urging against travel. Now, Japan is warning. Give me 139. Japan is warning China deepens rift with Japan by urging against travel. They have their tourism between China and Japan is enormous, but Japan's prime minister or emperor or whatever they have over there has said that it could be a military response if China tries to move against Taiwan, right? Japan is very strong, making some very strong comments towards China about Taiwan. Take a break. We'll be right back. We'll get ready for the Georgia Hour. We got a couple more things and get ready for the Georgia Hour. Take a quick break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Well, I'm stunned. 18 layers? 18-layer chocolate cake? One of the viewers sent it to me. I do not like pecan. I don't like pecan or pecan, no matter where you're from. Pecan or pecan, whichever you pick. I don't like that one. Pumpkin, yes. Pumpkin orange cake. I like that one. Can I put in an order for the 18-layer chocolate? Could you get me one 18-layer chocolate and pumpkin orange cake? And yes, on a side note, I love a side note. Who can go from 18-layer chocolate cake to those 6 are traitors and should be in Gitmo? We should have vans running around. Who's getting arrested? Why are you going to set me off like that? Yes, they should be in Gitmo. Give me number 54. By the way, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. You know what? I support Rumble. I do. I support Rumble. And you know why? Because they never cut me off when I had to pick up and go on after the YouTube. And I'm going to tell you in a minute because I always, when I get a chance, I support them. But Kash Patel under scrutiny for use of SWAT team to protect his girlfriend. Now, this is out in a lot of places. It sounds true to me. And when I see this, I'm like, no, dude, you're supposed to be driving one of those vans. The Cash, I'm here to pick up your ass to send you to Gitmo van. I mean, I have to tell you, I get up, I still have hope. I really do. I haven't given up hope. But there's like some things that have to start coming together. You know, Trump is like got the A-team. He has to start putting a plan together. You got to start seeing the parts connecting somewhere. Now, that being said, the Christmas tree, the White House Christmas tree, I'm going to tell you a Christmas tree story this week. Yes, I want to tell you a Christmas tree story. Take that down. So, anyhow, now, number 50. Now, there is an enormous separation blowing up. And I've asked you guys over and over and over, tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening. Running on empty. Trump's secret weapon is vanishing. Insiders reveal why the voters who crowned him king are slipping away. Number 51. This guy has been crowned he's been given a lot of airtime, right? Tucker Carlson, a lot of airtime, right? Nick Fuentes, the frightening forces fracturing America's young men. Nick Fuentes, I'm just telling you, he is, I tell you what, it is so wild out there. A friend of mine who happens to be black, should I say a black friend? A friend of mine has to be black. How do you say that? It's my friend, so I don't even really know how to say it because I don't identify. But a friend of mine who happens to be black sent me a message the other day and said, I agree with Nick Fuentes. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Well, I agree with some of the things he is saying right now. You got to tell me what's going on. Number 57. You can't just keep saying this, right? You can't just keep saying it's coming in by the trillions. The problem with Trump's tariff promises is not enough money. Now, I was in full support of the tariffs. A methodical slice, dice, India, all these countries that will not let our products on the shelf. So Trump said, you don't want to pay the tariff, we'll just give you our country. You can use our country. Just come on over. Squatters' rights. Come on in our country. You don't want to put our products, like, we're not going to, we have given up. Now, wait a minute. We've given up on cultivating, and we've given up on ingenuity. We've given up on that one kid that's getting out of school somewhere today in Indiana in the middle of nowhere that's going to be the next great inventor in America. No, don't worry. You come on over. You don't want to put our stuff on your shelves and pay the price? Come on over. We'll just you get free land. You get free water. No taxes. Bring your own people. We'll swear that you're training hours. And then by time, hey, I thought the Americans were going to start here. Yeah, well, those are the robots. You will save these episodes and these segments, and later in due time, you will play those. And all I'm saying, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. That's unnecessary. Don't send me a picture of this. Look at this cake. That was totally unnecessary. That was uncalled for on a day like today, getting me all worked up on a sugar high like that. Anyhow, I got to move this. All I said to someone the other day, I said this, and I don't know this way. I said, we're all going to have one, so don't get shocked. One of these days, all of us will. And I said, you just got to do me a favor. At my funeral, you have to come and you have to stand up and say, the damn guy was right. He was right. That's all you got to do. That's it. All I'm asking. Now, 58. What is the plan? So I need some research here. What is the plan, right? What is the plan? Obamacare premiums are skyrocketing. Republicans can't figure out what to do. Donald Trump will be signing an executive order today. All right. And for those of you that get those feelings that I like John McCain, oh God, that's not true. I want to be all right. I did not like John McCain. Mac is back. All the above. But stop blaming Obamacare on John McCain. Stop doing that. It's not accurate. Number 22, don't forget January 21st. I'm going to remind you every day that Larry Ellison and Sam Altman were in the Oval Office The first to be in there with President Trump, data centers. Don't forget. Now, how about this, number 30? Those they're going to tell you, Scott Bessent is telling you the factories are coming. BMW ran a test for 11 months. 31. This robot participated in building 30,000 cars, worked 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, no complaining, nothing. And this is coming to all of those smart factories. Now, before I'm going to highlight Rumble in just a second. Somebody sent me something. I want to show you something. Do you remember, now if you're out there, because this is important for the Georgia Hour. Give me 158. Now, some of you may not know this guy across the country, but we know him as the Godzilla of bullshit. His name's John Fredericks. He is the Godzilla of bullshit. 158. Did I send 158? Because I may not have. I think earlier you said you had 158 and I didn't have 157 down. But I'm going to show you some things in the Georgia Hour. Okay. Now, this is from him. This is John Fredericks. He reconciled with Governor Brian Kemp. But when you go to the YouTube link, the video has been marked private. Remember when John Fredericks came out and did this long thing about how Kemp's a winner? He waved the white flag. He now is in love with Brian Kemp in Georgia. You remember that? Well, can anyone out there find where Fredericks reconciled with Governor Brian Kemp and send me the video? Because if you go here, that video has been marked private, meaning he took it down. He was getting a lot of heat for it. That's straight from his show. So if you could get me that, I would love to have that. I really would. Because I want to show you some things. I'm going to show you some flip-flops in Georgia. We're going to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's her next move? What do you think? I've got to find a spot. Somewhere in that video, she said we're not going to win the 2026 election. I want to find that spot. Actually, that's the only spot I want to find in her video. I will look for that. Who's going to run to take her place? Just saying. So we're going to go to, let me see if I have anything on the national front before I take off. Wow, everybody's on the trader wagon. Let's see, what do I got here? Oh, I can't read that one right now. I agree with you. Okay, so you're not abandoning him, but I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, so I'm getting some differences. Cranberry and walnut. No cranberry. Kardashian Patel needs to go. Oh, that might be my favorite line of the day. You called him Kardashian Patel. That was good. No, not cranberry and walnut. No. I refuse. I refuse to accept that. I'm happy for you. Let's see what I got over here. See if I got anything. President Trump will be signing an executive order this afternoon. Okay. We don't know exactly what it is right now. Pecan pie, especially my wife made. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. All right. Whether you like pecan or pecan, whichever one you like, I'm going to give it to you. This guy likes it. His wife makes it. Can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. If your wife makes it, you go with it. It's good. It's the best thing you've ever had in your life. Right? Just saying. You want to make it, don't you? Now, Where are you going? Over the river and through the woods. Where are you going? I want to know. It's none of my business, but I want to know. Where are you going? You know, getting together something quiet with friends, right? Is Thanksgiving kind of like, you know, wild turkey? And I don't mean go out and shoot one. Just saying. What's up? Fried, smoked, oven, ham. I got a ham earlier, right? Okay, some people don't like turkey. I like a good turkey. Do you like the gravy? You like gravy? Oh, I love turkey gravy. Ooh. You like stuffing? Or where are you from? You ever heard of filling? Yes, filling. Not stuffing, filling. You ever heard of that? Interesting. What do you put in there? What's your favorite pies? Right? Just say it. What do you make with the leftover turkey? There's a lot. So, now, we used to go, my dad used to make, and I'll tell this Wednesday. We used to sit down on Thanksgiving morning and start going through, and we would do it throughout the week. Who do we know that's probably sitting home alone? Who do we know? We'd make a list. Who do we know? And then we'd start out Wednesday morning going to every house where we thought someone might be alone. Get in the truck. Dad says you're coming for Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. We would have a house full. We would go gather up anybody. We go sit around. I want to say this. I'll say it every single day. I come up with a lot of stuff. I horse around. I have fun. We talk politics. But let me tell you something, okay? I want you to take today and all week long, I want you to think about anyone you may know that's going to be alone Thursday. And I want you to go get them, go find them. All right? We don't want any. I want you to think of anyone. You do not let anybody sit alone. I mean, let me just say this, okay? I don't want to get, I'll do it Wednesday also. But folks, it's this time of year where a lot of people are, it's their first holiday without a loved one. Yes. We start through the holidays. You start remembering Thanksgiving when you were a kid. Your dad's gone. Your mom's gone this year. Your, husband, wife, whatever, a child. I'm being very, very serious. So you think about that. If you think about someone that lost someone throughout the year, you call and check on them. See if they want to join you. Now, listen, we're getting ready. Before we go, so before we go, you've probably noticed Rumble is growing fast and it's not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. And now there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you come for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scene drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rumble is offering $10 off for an annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at the checkout. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. Folks, we're going to take a break. We're going to be back at 10 o'clock on the dot for the Georgia Hour, our next segment.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
Diane, I think I'm going to want to start MTG at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I know I didn't send it. It's video 11 when we get ready. Video 11, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. It gets into the end. Now, all right, I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the Georgia Hour. November 24, 2025, the Georgia Hour. Welcome. Now, I know we have a national audience here, and this will go national. I sit back all week, weekend, since Friday, number one. Give me number one. Thank you, Diane. And I watched MTG resign from the 14th District. We're going to talk about her replacement in the 14th District and what it might set off. We'll talk about that. And everybody had a reason. Everybody gave a reason or their opinion or what's really happening. Now, there's some truth. There's little nuggets, but give me video. We don't want that one yet. Give me video 5, Diane.
Their conflict began months ago. Sources say Green has been fuming ever since Trump seemingly signaled he would not support her if she ran for the Senate or for governor. Insiders say Green saw that as a betrayal. Despite other infighting in the party, President Trump yesterday insisting the Republican Party has never been so united as it is right now, claiming there is great spirit and cohesion.
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought.
And now...
All right. So on this program here, if you're new to the program, we have, when we say this, we have the tape, okay? We have the tape on this program of way back. Now, just a little programming note. Nothing we say today is an endorsement in any way of MTG. And if you're new to the program, MTG participated in removing me from a political office for the state party when she thought it would be to her benefit. So, that being said, this is true. Take that down. There is some truth to that. And give me number... let's go ahead. Give me number. We're going to show you a little bit. 84. So, MTG, she participated and funded very big sponsor. You can go look this up, of the Georgia GOP Inc. conventions. Big sponsor, put money behind the Georgia GOP Inc. And I think it was it the year that President Trump came? She put a lot of money in, had a book signing table in the back. I don't know if that was the year or was it the next year, but Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman of the 14th District, remember, she lived in the 6th District of Georgia, the old 6th District, moved over to the 14th District once elected. Tom Graves used to be the congressman over in the 14th District. She took his place when he chose not to run for office again. 2020. She ran for office 2020. Now, that being said, when she ran for office in the 14th District, she didn't have Donald Trump's endorsement. She did not. She ran against a lot of opponents over there, several men, and she won. They then tried to remove her from the ballot. Democrats did, but that's just a side note. So over in the 14th District, since 2020, she supported President Trump. We've talked about that on the program. She supported President Trump. She wore the hat on the floor. She yelled at Joe Biden, say her name. She crisscrossed the country, giving speeches at rallies with Matt Gaetz and others. She really did come up and support President Trump. She felt, right? We're just going to lay this in here. She felt if she run for governor of Georgia, the president should say, Marjorie, you put in the time, you've done the work, I will endorse you. Well, polling data said she could not win a statewide race. Too far to the right. Can't reach the center. Can't get the independent voters to back her. Second, it belonged to Burt Jones in Georgia. Governor's race, the endorsement at that time had not gone to Burt Jones yet for governor. Now, remember, this is back in August. I think it was in August. But very early, President Trump endorsed Burt Jones because the Burt Jones campaign in June watched her take a shift to state issues in Georgia. Now, if anyone has the video out there, you can go watch in this past June, the Georgia GOP Inc. convention, which she put a lot of money in. She's not real happy with the Georgia GOP. She's not. She put a lot of money into the Georgia GOP Inc. When she gave her speech that day, it sounded as though she was running for governor. She was talking about the cost of living, property taxes, all of the issues she brought up in her 10 minutes at the Georgia GOP Inc. June convention sounded just like she was running for governor. Well, it also sounded that way to the Burt Jones campaign. So when the Burt Jones campaign got out there, they started diligently working to get Trump's endorsement in place so no accidents can happen. So quite early in Georgia, quite early, August, President Trump endorsed Burt Jones. Now, Burt Jones's family, Bill Jones, they have donated a lot of money to President Trump's campaign. A lot of money. I mean, I don't know. I've heard stories of $400 million. Not that they donated that, but they're worth $400 million. I don't know. I mean, I've heard some serious numbers, but I don't know that. But Burt Jones, the lieutenant governor of Georgia, running for governor, had to box her out. Had to. So they started putting pressure on the White House. Hey, Mr. President, get me this endorsement. Give me this endorsement. I need to close this lady off. I can't have her thinking she could possibly get it. Right? She sounds like she's running for governor. Now, let's go to the Senate side. There was a lot of talk she wanted to run for U.S. Senate here in Georgia. But they say Trump had the polling data that said she could not reach the middle. She couldn't reach the middle. She could not get the independent voters. She could not, she wouldn't make it around metro Atlanta. So she was told she wasn't getting the endorsement. And then she found out, which we all know this, that the deal was made. Now, I've told you this over and over. This is Georgia politics. The deal was made. When was the deal made? Watch this. If I have $1.57 for every time you remember the handshake? We've had this conversation. This is October 15, 2024. Now, President Trump was told that in Georgia, he had a problem with the middle. He had a problem with independents. It's very, he needed to make amends with Brian Kemp. Go look at the Vice President, J.D. Vance. They say J.D. Vance, the Vice President, negotiated the truce. Because remember, Donald Trump came to Atlanta, Brian Kemp or Marty Kemp, and everything we know is Marty does not like. No. She does not like Donald Trump. Now, keep that in mind. What if the Kemps, led by Marty, could get even with Donald? What if the Kemps could say, hey, we're going to let you know who holds the power here? Because see, Brian and Marty feel very strong that they're the ones that pulled him across the 2024 finish line here in Georgia, no matter how angry you may get. So weeks after reconciling with Donald Trump, Governor Brian Kemp is ramping up his political network to turn out and vote for former president and down-ticket Republicans. So down in Valdosta, the hurricane relief, Trump gets invited down there. Look at Kemp's face. They shake hands. It wasn't very warm. They shake hands. Very few pleasantries, but that handshake is a deal. They made a deal. Now, the deal was, as I've heard, I'm going to pull your ass across the finish line because you got to have me come out and put the power of my machine, my political machine behind you. But then what you're going to do is you're going to back my Senate candidate when I put one in the race. Or maybe at this time it's early and he says, you're going to help me. You got it? So, Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to run for Senate. Trump's already got a deal with Kemp. Because, see, Trump has that whole Hyundai, Korea, SK battery. Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of other things cooking in Georgia that you really don't want to talk about. But things are not as ugly with Brian Kemp and Donald Trump as you would think right now. But don't think that Marty, well, we'll go there later. So there's been something that happened that said, let's turn the tables. Let's get everything turned around. So Marjorie can't get the endorsement for Senate. She can't do it. And yes, she thought she earned it. Here's the thing where Marjorie totally went wrong. She thought she earned the endorsement with Trump for Senate in Georgia, and that's not how it works. Because when it comes to President Donald J. Trump, when it comes to endorsing, well, we'll just say we'll leave that there for a minute. So we know what happened there. The deal was made. We told you that. So here you go. Marjorie has called it a 148. So this goes back a little bit. And let's see if I can see the date on here. July 30th, 2025. How MTG may impact the governor's race without running. Now, all of that being said, we have number two. We have Brian Kemp and Derek Dooley. We'll get to that in just a minute. So let's play a little bit of the MTG clip. Now, MTG put a whole lot of money in the Georgia GOP Inc. But Josh McCoon is all in with Burt Jones. Yes, they're all in with Burt Jones for governor. And then you have, like I said, you've got number 2, you've got Brian Kemp and Derek Dooley. That's Derek Dooley. Brian Kemp brought him into the race for Senate. We'll get to that momentarily. Now, and I told you this was coming. We'll get to this in just a minute. So, Trump, will you ever forgive Marjorie? Video 7.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, just stupid person named Massey. And I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
Okay, yes, she would have survived a primary. Yes, number 84. Yes, she would have. She would have survived a primary. Now, let's get to that. Why run again? Why run? Now, I do not think she's running for president. I don't. Because I will tell you this. It takes a lot of, give me number 123, and then go to 124. I do not think she's running for president. Maybe she is, maybe. But I'm not running for president and never said I wanted to. All right, and then give me 124. You have to... I'm not the kind of person who is willing to make the deals that must be made. So she's telling you, and I have to say this, her political capital is right now. If you're out there and you don't like her and you're mad at her, that's fine. But remember what I told you. 2 polls, governor and Senate. She was told, and her ears are smoking, that she can't reach the center. She can't reach the independents. She can't get the voters in the Kemp machine that she needs. What if she is the Republican on the ballot? Will Republicans come out for her in the 9th and 14th district, whether it be Senate or governor? Will they? Right? So I bet you if the truth was known, because I don't think you'll get the actual truth, she has moved enough to where maybe that polling going to be very interesting for where she stands on polling data versus the polling data when she was told, I can't endorse you, President Trump. All right. Now, I don't think she'll run for president for a couple reasons. Is her political capital is right now. So if she's running for something, the political capital is right now. Second, to run for president, she can't self-finance like a billionaire. She really can't. So she has to make deals with people. She's saying she's not willing to make the deals that you have to make to run for president. That's what she said, and she's not doing it. All right. Now, I'm not shocked she's not going back to Congress. We said this earlier. We'll just put this in here. Marjorie Taylor Greene, if she was to run again for Congress, right? And Republicans, well, if they win and get the majority back, Mike Johnson's going to put her in a broom closet. So let me just say this. Let's go with Marjorie Taylor Greene for just a couple minutes here before we switch to the Senate and Brian Kemp. Give me video 11. I said 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Start that there, would you please?
My party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative. America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country ever being attached to America first in our halls of government. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for. However, while yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy, my life is filled with happiness, and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self-worth is not defined by a man, but instead by God who created everything in existence. You see, I have never valued power, titles, or attention in spite of all the wrong assumptions about me. I do not cling to those things because they are meaningless and empty traps that hold too many people in Washington. I believe in term limits and do not think Congress should be a lifelong career or an assisted living facility. My only goal and desire has ever been to hold the Republican Party accountable for the promises it makes to the American people and put America first. And I have fought against Democrats' damaging policies like the Green New Deal, wide open, deadly, unsafe border policies, and the trans agenda on children and against women. With that has brought years of non-stop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander and lies about me that most people could never withstand even for a single day. It has been unfair and wrong, not only to me, but especially to my family, but it's been wrong to my district as well. I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms. And in turn...
I want to back that up about 10 seconds. We're going to start again. Now, why run again? Why run and have Donald Trump endorse an opponent? Why spend the campaign cash? Why deplete your campaign cash to run for a district? Why? That if you win the Republicans. So I'm going to go on record that if she ran in the 14th and Donald Trump endorses someone else and she wins her election, it's not going to be that big of a deal against President Donald Trump. Not going to be that big of a deal. So why spend the campaign cash? Because if Republicans retain majority, she's going to be in a broom closet. If Hakeem Jeffries becomes the majority leader, her office is going to be in a broom closet. Her political capital is right now not to run again in the 14th district. I've told you that all along. All along. Now, I'm going to take you right there because if you watch her, there's a lot of things she said. It's not like they're wrong. So I told you to back that up 15 seconds. Let's roll that tape before we round up what she's doing and what I think she's doing. Back that up about 15 seconds and roll the tape.
To endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class, that can never ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing...
Folks, the people she loves is Georgia. I'm going back to the people I love. Yes, her family, her friends, the 14th. She's going back to the people she loves. That's Georgia. She looks forward to her new path. That's Georgia. That's my opinion. Now, why? First of all, Donald Trump did not scare her out of the race. He didn't. No matter what you say, he didn't. Why should she deplete? Why should she go campaign in the 14th district to run again? I mean, should she do that while she's also serving in Congress to run for governor? Why should she take 1 minute of her time to run for the 14th district just to get opponents, just to kill out and deplete the campaign cash, just to be attacked by the president, endorsing someone else, to be attacked by Laura Loomer, anyone else, right? And then when she wins, go back to Congress, and Hakeem Jeffries and the Democrats impeach Donald Trump, and her go and turn around and go defend Donald Trump against impeachment. Why should she do that? Right? Just saying. So, now, I want to get to what I think's about to happen. I think she might step out and run for governor. I could be totally wrong. She could be taking some time off, right? She could be doing nothing. But I want to tell you this. If she runs, here is my clear opinion of why she's been attacked so strong. Not for the 14th district. Not to get her out of the race. No. To stop her from getting in a race. You see, Donald Trump did not come out and attack her. Laura Loomer's not out attacking her. No one's out attacking her to keep her from running in the 14th district. They're attacking her and trying to destroy her to stop her from getting into the governor's race. They're trying to inflict all damage on her and say, if you get in this governor's race, because I will tell you this, I don't know, but I would say Burt Jones's governor team, campaign team for governor in Georgia is in panic mode with the White House. Now, before I move on, and it all ties together, right? You heard, who did you hear? You've heard people like John Fredericks, hope you don't listen to him. He's attacked Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's crossed the Rubicon, right? John Fredericks, who is now kissing Brian Kemp's ass. Yes. In fact, before we go any further, remember this, John Frederick. This is August 15th, 2023. August 15th, 2023, video 10.
He has. I tell you what, Governor Kemp, I got a news flash for you. If you're so confident that your election was so fair and so honest, then why don't you do this? Why don't you have the power? You have the power right now. Instead of sending cowardly tweets out, why don't you unseal the 150,000 ballots, the mail-in ballots that have been sitting in a Fulton County warehouse for 3.5 years, where we have 6 affidavits saying that up to 30,000 of these ballots were run through a copy machine. They were fake, they were fraud, they were counterfeit, and they were ran through the scanner at the middle of the night. We have 6 people saying that. Those ballots have been sitting there for 3.5 years. All you have to do, Governor, is man up and you order a forensic audit of those ballots. Now, we got affidavits in there saying they're on pristine paper. All the squiggly marks are the same. They're not folded. The envelopes don't match. There's 30,000 less envelopes. Go ahead and do the forensic audit. If you want to claim that the election was fair, do that. But no, you won't do that.
Give me number 158. So that was the Godzilla bullshit back then, right? Now, and I want to tell you, President Donald Trump, keep this in mind. What's the overall deal? John Fredericks reconciles with Georgia Governor Kemp. Now, do you think if President Donald Trump told him not to do that he would do it anyway? You see, you can't go to that YouTube channel right there. Click on it. That video has been made private. He shut that video down because he goes on there and tells this long story of how Kemp is a winner and he realized Kemp is a winner and how popular Kemp is. Oh, yeah. July 28th. Yes. Just back in July 28th. Wait a minute. He reconciled with Kemp. That was right after. They've reconciled. Now, he has gone out and he's endorsed Derek Dooley. Give me this one here. Watch this here. Now, he's reconciled with Kemp. That's why you watch this. Now, don't get shocked. Give me video 6. He's on board with Derek Dooley. Video 6.
I have met with the president. I had a very engaging, very long discussion in the Oval Office. And man, it was just incredible. What an experience. I think anybody would savor an experience like that. And look, I'm not going to go into the nature of the private conversations, John. What I will tell you is, would I love President Trump to come out and support me? Of course I would. I'm honored that Brian Kemp, our governor, has supported me. But the most important support I can get are from the people of Georgia. And that's what I've been doing every single day, getting in my truck, driving around this massive state with a real diverse group of voters who love our country and have a lot of pride to be in the state, and telling them why I'm the best candidate to get this seat back and have a senator that in Georgia that reflects the values of the Georgia people.
Now, we're going to spin this right back around to Marjorie Taylor Greene in a minute. Yes. So you take these. I can't be purchased. They hate me. They hate me. I'm no John Fredericks. This guy, he is full of bullshit. All right. I have told people for years in Georgia what you were getting. All right. We showed you the John Fredericks. We showed you the reconciliation with Governor Kemp. We showed you now because he reconciled with Governor Kemp and he took something, maybe. He's highly impressed with Derek Dooley. Derek Dooley has met with President Trump. I told you this last week on the program. I've said before, don't get caught off guard when Derek Dooley gets Donald Trump's endorsement, right? I've told you that over and over. I told you a long time ago when Mike Collins came into the race and Brian Kemp put Derek Dooley in the race. I told you there's a shift. I've been watching the shift, right? Mike Collins did not get Donald Trump's endorsement when he first ran in the 10th district. He didn't get it, right? Now, number 71, there's no such thing as a coincidence or an accident in politics, just like this. No, 79. That's my fault, Diane. I called the wrong number. No such thing as an accident in politics. Right. House Ethics Committee weighs complaints regarding Mike Collins and his chief of staff. Now, I said at a group, I was at a group over there in Gainesville not long ago. I said, what'd I say? I said the Achilles heel that Mike Collins has is Brandon Phillips. I've said that on this program. I've said it in public. Brandon Phillips. Now, number 79, Brandon Phillips here. This article was updated to clarify the Committee on Ethics received a complaint regarding Collins and Phillips. Give me 80. There you go. We don't know yet, but it's enough to where it made all the social media. It just doesn't look good. Number 80, U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Ethics. November 21st, statement from the chairman and ranking member of the Committee on Ethics regarding Representative Mike Collins. The committee will announce its course of action in this matter on or before Monday, January 5th. So that gives it a whole month to speculate what's going on with Mike Collins. And here you go. Give me number 81. And everybody is asked, now I mean everybody, why he has kept Brandon Phillips. Statement on chairman and ranking member of Committee on Ethics regarding Brandon Phillips. And that will be decided Monday, January 5th, 2026. What is January 5th, 2026? The day before the new Congress is sworn in, January 6th. January 6th, new Congress is sworn in. So Mike Collins coming down. People like John Fredericks. You remember Brian Kemp shook hands with Donald Trump. Remember Brian Kemp and Donald Trump were supposed to find a candidate that they could agree on. You can't make any of this up. Now, MTG, let's go back to her for just a minute. So I do not think MTG is going to run for president right now. I do not. 121. I don't think so. I don't think that MTG is going to run for president. I don't think she's going to run for Senate. I don't think so. Now, what you will hear in the near future, you'll have to watch. You'll hear some softening where she's concerned and Donald Trump. I think when I say near future, you'll see. We'll put a time on that. But I don't think she's going to run for Senate. Although there's no Trump endorsement out there, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think she's going to run for Senate. But let's just say this. Donald Trump endorses Derek Dooley. Let's just say that happens. Let's just say. Now, if she runs for the 14th district and she wins, not a big deal. Not a real big deal. Donald Trump can play it off. They could come up with the reasoning why she won. But if this lady steps out and runs for governor of the state of Georgia, and she beats Burt Jones, yes, in the primary, that's some kick-ass stuff right there. That's some kick-ass stuff. If she takes on the governor, Donald Trump endorsed, Burt Jones, the sitting lieutenant governor, and she wins the primary, that's some kick-ass stuff. You know how she could do that? She could do that with the support of someone like Marty Kemp. Well, that would bring Brian and the girls right along with her. She could do that with the support of Marty Kemp. You know what? She says it's a boys' club. Marty thinks that also it's a boys' club. She says it's a boys' club. I think she'd love to kick the boys' club right in the teeth, being Josh McCoon, chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, Burt Jones, all the boys' club Republicans, Senate Majority Leader, right? Senate President Pro Temp of Georgia, House Majority Leader, just big time boys club. I think she'd love to kick them in the teeth with President Donald Trump right at the top of it. That would be Burt Jones. That would be something else. Now, could she win that primary? I will say this. I got to get out. I've got 2 more things to do. But can she win that primary? I will tell you this, no matter how angry you get. Burt Jones right now has the vote of the base MAGA America First. He has it. He has Trump's endorsement. But the base is not going to go over and support Chris Carr. The base is not going to go over and support Clark Dean. The base is not going to go over and support Brad Raffensperger. But if she gets in the race, I'll make you a little Vegas wager. She could possibly beat Burt Jones. Not Donald Trump. Don't forget, this is not Donald Trump. Burt Jones is not Donald Trump. She's not going to be running against Donald Trump. She's going to be running against Burt Jones if she decides to step out and do that and run for governor. We shall see. You know what we've said here. I think it's very possible that Derek Dooley get Donald Trump's endorsement. I don't know. I hope not. I think the whole setup on Brandon Phillips and Mike Collins is to reduce the polling, reduce the money coming in, slow him down, get Derek Dooley to look, okay to the voters, get that Donald Trump endorsement. He'd love to have it. That's right. And then she steps out with Kemp's backing, unbeknownst to you and I. They'll never come public with it because I understand, not maybe Brian so much, but I understand Marty and Burt Jones are just not very good friends. I understand that, right? So watch all this spin around. I'll keep my eye on it. Quit listening to the bullshit out there. Now, what about the 14th district? So, and I've got something you're going to want to hear. So the 14th district, 150, might flip around here, and you've got a lot going on. Who won? So looking for his endorsement, right? What happens in the 14th district? 152. Buckle up. U.S. Marjorie Taylor Greene of Rome pitched her departure. Brian Kemp will call a special election next year to fill the remainder of the term, which could be followed by a runoff given the glut of candidates eyeing the seat. Then comes the May primary. So here's what has to happen. First of all, Brian does not appoint anybody. I heard that a couple times. Who will he appoint? No, that's U.S. Senate. The governor can appoint the U.S. senator, much like he did Kelly Loeffler. God, we remember that disaster. But the governor does not appoint a representative. A representative is just that of the people, by the people, voted on in the district. So you have to call an election. There's no appointment. Don't worry about that. Now, here's what's interesting is everyone that gets into this election, this special election, and with a runoff would be close to May. So you have to run 2 elections simultaneously. You have to run, okay? This is no joke. You've got to run simultaneously out there. Laura Boebert had to do it. Yes, you had in Colorado when she switched districts, there had to be a special election. You have to run simultaneously at the same time. You've got to run in the special election to finish the term, and at the same exact time, you've got to run for the primary in May for the next 2 years. It's very possible one person win, unlikely, win the special election, fill the term, and someone else win the primary and the election next November. Sounds convoluted, but whoever gets into the race now to replace Marjorie Taylor Greene will have to run simultaneously for the special election and the May primary. So this one election alone, or 2 elections, might I say, 1 year alone could catapult you into 3 years serving. Now, that being said, who will Brian Kemp endorse? Because 153, there's some talk about Paulding County Republican Jason Anavante. How do you pronounce his last name? I always get it wrong. Now, Dr. John Cohen, he ran in 2020. I think he got in the runoff with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And you have some of these other names here. Republican Colton Moore. Now, this is State Senator Republican Colton Moore. Now, there's a guy, I'm going to bring him up just because I thought he had a pretty good tweet. Remember last week, as soon as this happened, right? Everybody remember, number 65, when President Trump tweeted out Marjorie Taylor Brown, right? Colton Moore, we've showed you on here several times. What did we show you? MTG is no way a Massey. Massey is principled. MTG is politics. Now, this guy here, Colton Moore, that's with November 15th. Remember, he sees this thing going south with MTG. He jumps on the bandwagon. Massey is principled. MTG is politics. Saturday, he had this fundraiser. He has a machine gun shooting fundraiser every year. And who attended his fundraiser? I think Matt Gertler was there. Who is Matt Gertler? Oh, a GRA fan favorite. Who is Matt Gertler? Thomas Massey's chief of staff. Can't make it up. So, now I think they've known for some time that MTG is going to do something else. I don't think they've been shocked at all. So, moving right along, he puts out a statement, number 64. He puts out a statement, number 64. Colton Moore, state senator. Senator Colton Moore announces his interest in running for Georgia's 14th district. Now, we're going to get into this a little deeper. 62. He put this out, Colton Moore. And then he put out 63, Northwest Georgia, should I run? Let me know what you think below. So, here's my question. And this guy here, he's not even recognized in the AJC, but I just thought his tweet was kind of humorous. I'll put it like that. No, I'm not going to put it out right now because I see the time. I got 9 minutes. So Colton Moore may be planning. Now, my question right now, before we get further into the 14th district, has Colton Moore, has he returned all the money he received from the Frost family as campaign donations? Has he returned all the money that he received from the GRA PAC, which was Brant Frost V? So that's one of my questions right now. I don't care. I mean, some of you people really like this guy. I stay focused. I don't leave the ground. Okay. I want to know if he returned all the money he received from the Frost family, and if he returned the money he received from the GRA PAC. I just want to know. So that being said, we show you where they flip. We show you where you can't trust them, like Fredericks, where they sell out and everything's spinning around in Georgia. And Brian Kemp is trying to control every single lane. Every single lane he's trying to control. Senate and every lane. Just saying. We will have a very busy week here, and very busy week. I will have some comments concerning the 14th, but I just wanted people to know that they'll have to run simultaneously. They'll have to run a campaign for primary, and it'll be confusing because the people of the 14th will have to come out and vote in a special election. Then they may have to come out and vote in a runoff for a special election. Then they'll have to come out and vote in the primary for the 2026 term, and then they'll have to come out and run a vote in November. So it's going to get real convoluted, but I will tell you again, watch what Marjorie Taylor Greene, she does have, whether you like it or not, she has political capital right now. Watch what happens. Now, political consultants. I very seldom watch the Georgia Gang. I don't. But I was sitting here in the office and I was waiting for, I think it's Fox Sunday to come on, and it was on. Give me this. All I'm going to say right now, and I'm going to show you later on in the week. This is a political consultant that is hired by a candidate. What you need to do is find out who has hired this consultant and listen to what they say. This is Brian Robinson, video 2.
There's been a very rotten relationship between the office and the board for some time. The board has not just lost the respect of the Secretary of State. They've lost the respect of the governor. They've lost the respect of the legislature, and it's on a bipartisan basis. I think we're going to have to see some personnel changes. The chairman of that board, John Furvier, has done a great job. He is a very sensible guy. He is the governor's appointee to that board, but I think we're going to have to see some change there, and the sooner the better.
Darren?
You know, was this
Who is he a political consultant for? He said, you see, they're trying to turn the State Board of Elections back under the Secretary of State. It's lost the respect of the governor. They want rid of, he did not use the names, I will. They want rid of Janelle King. They want rid of Dr. Janice Johnston. Oh, yeah. You need to find out who he... Now, I actually do not... I get along with this guy. Easy. Before you attack me, I get along with this guy. He's a political consultant. It's what he does. But you heard that. Now, listen to his other comments, because you're not getting a new voting system. And Kathy Woolard will tell you, video 1, you're not getting one. Video 1.
You're going to do the work, and you got to bring in new equipment and wire for it. It's just not right. If they want to start now, fine, but not for 2026. Brian?
As a voter, I like these machines. As a citizen, I trust these machines. And, oh, by the way, the vast majority of my fellow Georgians do as well. The voices you hear are the loudest voices in opposition, but most Georgians are fine with the system we have. And as a taxpayer, I don't want to go to a new system that's going to cost money when we're still paying a bond on the machines that we have until 2040. So we're going to be paying double for our election system if we do this. Not one person, Democrat or Republican, and both have tried, have shown these systems to fail, have shown that it's not working. 90+% of Georgians in the last few elections said they trust the outcome of the election. That is a stamp of approval on these machines.
There are double vote counts that have been exposed, though, Brian.
And you know what's going to happen when we go to paper ballots? And this is what I understand. Republicans don't trust Fulton County, right? No offense, Kathy. But what do you think they're going to do? You go, oh, here's a vote for the Republican nominee for governor. I'm going to circle in this one too. Oh, it's a spoiled ballot. It is the easiest way to commit fraud is to have paper ballots.
Let me just say,
And you think you find a candidate out there. I'm going to show you later in the week a candidate that doubles exactly what he said. Yes, I'm going to play them side by side. It's going to be shocking to you when you find out. Absolutely. When do you get your Christmas tree? I'm being asked, when do you get your Christmas tree? Is it Friday? Do you have your tree already up? Do you get it the day after Friday? When do you? So tomorrow I want to talk about a lot of those things. I really do. I mean, we're Americans. What are traditions? What are some of your traditions? I have friends that when I was growing up, that actually the family got together and they put their tree up on Christmas Eve and decorated it together. Absolutely. So, I mean, seriously, when do you get your tree? Right? You decorate it. What are some of the traditions going into the holiday that you have as a family? Just saying, right? Now, we used to go get, well, I'll do that tomorrow. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene says we're not going to win the midterms. I'm going to give you this, number 90. We'll talk about, I know she is. I'll tell you what, I don't flip-flop, right? Right? Always consistent. Here's number 90. Marjorie Taylor Greene's resignation triggers election domino effect. We're going to talk about this tomorrow a little more because the only thing, well, not the only thing, but the one thing with Colton Moore, I want to know the Fulton County, the Frost family money, if he's give all that back. I want to know if he's given all the money he received from the Frost family, because he was at Brant Frost's 5th wedding. He's very close to Alex Johnson and the others. So just wonder, GRA PAC, I wonder if he will disclose how much money he received from them and if it's all gone back before we start talking about running for Congress on the 14th, right? I'm your host. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Send me all your messages. Boy, you've been active today. Really active today. So let's see. Wait a minute. I have one more thing here, Diane. I was going to show. I can't go. Look. Number 4. I mean, we can't leave. Poor little. I mean, I have like 30 seconds here. I mean, talking about your flip-floppers, talking about your Kemp endorsers, talking about your John Fredericks flip-flop best friend. Yes, talking about the Derek Dooley, I support Brian Kemp, talking about it. There you go. Poor little Debbie. Poor little Debbie. It's the saddest thing in the world. She's struggling. And don't forget, we got number 37 the other day. We got to get back to that this week. Poor little blueberry. Poor little blueberry. Brad Barnes. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Diane.